Hey guys, this is Michael Wishko here from FBA University. In this video, I'm going to show you how to change your Amazon seller display name. Yes, you can change your name. You don't have to be brand registered to change it. And this is definitely something you want to do because it takes less than 5 minutes. You definitely want to do this right from the get-go before going through creating a company, trying to file for a trademark. Make sure your brand name is available on Amazon in addition to running a trademark search. We're also going to go over how to get hijackers off the listing. So if someone else tries to jump on your brand's listing and sell your products, whether it's knockoffs, whether they're just messing with your brand, how to one, get an alert right away, how to two, contact them and send language that actually gets them to remove themselves from the listing. And then three, if they don't remove themselves, how to contact Amazon and get them removed so you can build the brand and focus on what we really want, and that's making sales. But let's get into first how to change your seller display name and make sure it's available. All right, so this process is a lot easier than you would think. All you got to do is come up to the tool menu, go to account info, and then once we come here, there's a lot of different options we could choose from. We want to go to store info, and then you're going to actually have to verify that this name that you're intending for your brand is available on multiple marketplaces. So I'll go to the most important one if you intend to sell in the US is the US, and very rare something would be available in the US and not in, let's say, Mexico and Canada. So not that important, but just verify the name. So say you wanted to do Nike, and then all you got to do is click out on the screen. So you don't have to submit, you just hit Nike. But if I did Michael's shoes, boom, just like that. And that's all you have to do. Once you do see that your intended name is available, make sure you submit it, hold it down, switch all of the marketplaces you have access to that name, and then let's move on to the next step. All right, right after you have your name secured, right, you verified that it's available, you've taken it off the public marketplace, you have the option just down the road, you're going to have to make this decision whether you want to be brand registered or not from the get-go. And so what Amazon Brand Registry is basically verifying that you either have a trademark or you're going through the trademark application process. So it has to be a US company. This would only be for the US, what I'm talking about now. They have very similar processes in other marketplaces, but because you give proof to Amazon that you are a trademark brand, you're a more legitimate company, Amazon in turn gives you a bunch of benefits. So one of those is A+ content. It's all marketing material at the bottom of the listing, brand protection on listing to get hijackers off. We'll go over that in just a bit. Virtual bundles, you're able to create a storefront, list multiple products, run sponsored brand ads. You're able to use Amazon Vine. So Amazon Vine is basically their new early reviewer program. You're able to, for a very low fee, launch products, have Amazon Vine verified reviewers buy your product and review it. Now, those aren't guaranteed 5-star reviews like some other ways we teach, but it's really, really good. It's a great way to get some reviews. And so enhanced ads as well, sponsored brand ads, sponsored video ads, really, really is worth doing. And so here's basically what the bottom of the listing looks like. This is on the left, what you can get with A+ content. This is what you get without. So if you're a brand that launches and you can still sell products without A+ content, you just get a block of text. Is the bottom of the listing the most important for conversions? No, absolutely not. But you're going to convert higher, and we've run some split tests. I've seen a lot of other tests that just show listings with A+ content, in addition to a lot of other things, convert higher than ones without. I would recommend doing it. If you want to get brand registered, you either have a trademark already. In that case, you just submit it. You submit the serial number to Amazon. If you do not, there's a couple options, right? And the first option, which is great, is Amazon offers their own IP accelerator. Basically, they just have have, through the IP Accelerator program in Seller Central, a bunch of verified law firms. If you go start the process through your actual seller account, reach out to them, you're going to be able to get brand registered for about $950 to $1,150. And all they're doing really is that law firm is submitting a trademark application. And so instead of waiting for that trademark application to go through, you just get the serial number of the USPTO trademark application, submit that to the brand registry team. You are approved in usually 2 weeks or less. And so just to point this out, we have an FBA University brand registry process as well. It's exactly the same as Amazon, except one, you don't have to deal with a law firm because you don't need, as long as you are a US citizen, you do not need a lawyer to submit a trademark application. So I've submitted a bunch. We have our own brand registry process, right? And instead of $950 to $1,150, ours is done in $750. You can save, up to $400. We would still we usually get them done quicker because once we have it filed, we submit the serial number to the brand owner. They submit it to Amazon. So those are your options, just so you know. But the most important thing from the get-go is that you have the seller name locked. All right. So then we're going to jump forward all the way to what a listing looks like when someone's on your listing, right? Because one of the huge benefits, one, having a brand, two, having brand protection, is that nobody else can jump onto your listing and sell under your brand. Because Amazon, without brand registry, without brand protection, people can jump on your listing. You can still get them off without brand registry, but it's a lot harder and less efficient. This is just an Amazon listing. What I'm going to do is show you what it looks like when multiple sellers are on it. And just know, if you're launching your own brand, there should never be any other sellers but you, unless you are at a point way down the road where you have licensed distributors. Anyway, so this is Tide. I just know Tide has a bunch of different sellers selling it. And so if you come down here, you can see it's sold by and shipped by Amazon. So Amazon's actually selling this themselves. But then you can see everyone else who's on the buy box right here. And you can see, okay, this is Amazon. Here's Delta Deals. Here's Amazon Fresh, Prime Cut. All these other brands are selling the same listing. So if you ever see that, you definitely want to be brand registered. And just to show you something within our Sniper tool, you should always have your alerts set up. So within the sales optimization module, go to alerts. There's a ton of different alerts, but this one is for a new seller appeared. So if a new seller jumps on your listing, you'll automatically get a push notification. You go over here. I have that type of issue on SMS and email, right? You want to know about that right away. So there are ways to rectify, but this is how you find out really as soon as that type of hijacker behavior happens. All right. And then the final thing I want to go over is if someone actually comes on your listing. So I've been selling for over 4 years. It's happened a couple times. Really it's getting harder and harder to do. So it happened 2 or 3 times years ago and hasn't since. But someone is on your listing. So you come here, either see the sold by someone else, because ships from is going to be Amazon, right? Unless you're shipping yourself. But if you see someone else is on your listing, then the first course of action is come down here. We'll use the Overstock drugstore for this, and you can actually contact them first. So you want to go to ask a question. Then what we want to do is paste this. And so you can just go item for sale. You want to get past the bot. And so just go other, blah, 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 blah. And here we are at the buyer seller messaging where this will actually get to the seller. So this is our standard Amazon Hijacker template. To whom it may concern, consider this your first and last warning to remove ASIN. You'd have to be ASIN in there, blah, 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 blah. Your account will be suspended. We have successfully gotten 3 other sellers like yourself permanently shut down. Kind of going into this, do the right thing and remove ASIN or face legal action. You have 48 hours to fully remove yourself from the listing, or you will be reported to Amazon and our legal team, blah, 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 blah. So something like this, it doesn't have to be exactly this, but you want to get the urgency. You're threatening them because you will report it to Amazon if they don't get off. Ideally, you just don't want to deal with seller support ever, but send them this, boom, right here. I'm not going to send that because scare this brand for no reason. And then 48 hours, if they're removed, which usually they will because they know they're in the wrong. If not, report it to Amazon. Amazon, and it'll take maybe a day at most, but they should get you off. If you're brand registered, it's going to be very quickly. But just know you really want to be able to identify this right when it happens. So make sure you have your alerts set up on SniperInsights and really just focus on doing what we need to do, meaning selling, right? So just focus on building your brand, have the alert set up. It's not something you want to really be thinking about daily, because there's nothing you can do unless react at the time. Just know, have a trademark, get brand registered, set your alerts, and get on to the fun stuff, and that's making money.